Hello. Hello friends. Welcome back to the next video. Today we'll discuss about 10 marks problem. 10 marks problem of International Financial Management paper. Okay, now let us discuss the problem number 9, 2020 question paper. So this problem is based on economic exposure. So now let us discuss what is economic exposure. Economic exposure means here we are checking the revenue and the expenditure, the cost of expenditure of goods in various currencies. So that is what economic exposure. So it means that our domestic products is exposing, it means in foreign, in global market. So that is what we are discussing about now. So now, so you can see the first one, an exporter is exporting 100 units of articles. An exporter is exporting 100 articles at a cost of $80. So 100 articles is there, so $80 each, and importing 100 units of raw materials, that is 20 euros per unit. So raw materials is this much. Raw materials means it's a variable cost, and this is the revenue. He incurs other variable expenses. It means other variable expenses 35,000 rupees. It is in rupee. At the time of entering into the contract, so the exchange rate is rupees 71.5 per dollars. So when they're entering into the contract, the exchange rate is this much. At the time of export, 70 rupees per dollars. So you should convert rupees into next, and while rupees per euro at the time of order is 60 per euro. It means at the time of order is 60 per euro. Order means when you are ordering the raw materials. So that is 60 per euro. At the time of export, it means export in the sense we are importing these goods. In terms of their language, they are exporting to us. That is 63 per euro. Rupees 63 per euro at the time of export. So now we have to find out what is the price elasticity of goods is 1.5. What are the transactions of economic exposure? So let us discuss first thing. Exporting 100 articles at $80 per each. Importing 100 unit, 20 euro per unit. So now this is the given information. Variable expenses rupees 35,000. This is other variable expenses. Exchange rate is 71.5 per dollar. Exchange rate. At the time of export, it became 70 per dollar, and the pound is 60 per euro, 60 rupees per euro, and pound at the time of export is 63 per euro. Price elasticity of the goods is 1.5. Okay, now let us discuss first economic exposure. So first we will make a income statement analysis of this. So you can see now this table revenue. It means $80. You can see now $80 each. So 100 articles. So revenue $80 into 100, that is 8,000 rupees. So 8,000 what? 8,000 is the revenue. So now, but the thing is we have to convert into rupees now. So this is the rupees now. Now this is the exchange rate. So now exchange rate, you can see here, at the time of export we have to take. At the time of export, that is 70 per dollar. So now we are converting this 8,000 into 70. So $80 into 100, that is 8,000. So $8,000 into 70 rupees. So that is what? So the answer is 5,60,000 rupees is the revenue. Minus variable cost. Variable cost, they said 20 euros per what? Per product. So 20 euros into 100 product is 2,000. Now we should see what is the euro cost. You can see here pounds. It's not, sorry, it's a pounds. That is 60 per pound. Now 2000 into 60, that is 1,20,000 rupees. Now very simple, sales minus variable cost. It means revenue minus variable cost, that is 44,000. It is called contribution. Next, minus other variable expenses they have given in the problem. You can see here, other variable expenses 35,000 rupees. So 4,40,000 minus 35, that is 4,05,000 is the operating profit. So this is what transaction exposure. Transaction exposure means already we have did. So conversion of foreign currency into domestic currency. That is transaction exposure. Now we have to see this working note is very much important now. So we have to see now, see they have given two different types of dollar. One is entering into the contract and at the time of export. So now the first we will see the working note what we have prepared. Exchange rate is $71.5, but at the time of export is 70 per dollar. So first we will take down this. So when entering into the contract, it means 71.5 rupees per dollar. So they have given in the question. See, the exchange rate $71.5 at the time of what? When entering into the contract, you can see here. At the time of entering into the contract, the exchange rate is 71.5 per dollar. At the time of export is 70 per dollar. Now that is what we have taken. 71.5 entering into the contract, and when they are exporting, it becomes 70 rupees. Now we can see the difference of this. That is 1.5. So 1.5 revenue is decreased. Next, you can see the this pounds. 60 rupees when they are entering into the contract, 60,000 at the time of entering into the contract. At the time of export, it becomes 63. It means 60, 63. Now you should see the difference of this. So we are seeing 71.5 divided by 60, which is entering contract. So 71.560, that is 1.1967 per dollar. So this is when entering. So when they're exporting, it means this is what the difference between the revenue and this, what, the dollar and the euros. And 70 divided by 63 is 1.11 pounds by dollars. So this we have written separately. $1 is equal to 1.9167 when entering. When exporting, that is 1.11 pounds. Now very important thing is we have to see whether US dollar appreciating or depreciating, and also the pounds appreciating or depreciating. Now we are checking dollar is depreciation and euro is appreciation. So you can see here now percentage of dollar depreciation. So it means you can see the first one, you can see that yes. So when they are entering, the percentage is 1.19167 per dollar, but when they're exporting, it became 1.11 change. So we are seeing how much percentage which is changing. So 1.19167 minus 1.11 at the time of exporting divided by base, we have to take entering 1.1967 into 100, that is 6.85%. It is changing. So this is what dollar depreciation. Dollar depreciation means very simple. You can see here 71.5 at the time of beginning. Now it became 70, means obviously the dollar is reducing. Now that we are checking with the euros, that it means pounds. So in terms of this, 6.85% of dollar is decreasing. So this is what the one thing. So the next thing we have to focus on the opportunity profit or loss. So what is the opportunity profit or loss of this project? Now see, the very important thing is 71.5 when they are exporting the goods. say at the time of export, at exchange rate was 71.5. It means if they would have sell this 8,000 products at this rate, means they would have earned more money. But what happened at the time of export, it reduced to 70 rupees. It means 1.5 rupees. It means $1.5 got reduced. It means it's a loss, no? Same thing that we are calculating opportunity, profit or loss. Very simple. So 71.5 minus 70, it means very simple. At the time of entering into the contract price minus the export price divided by at the time of entering into the contract price. That is 71.5 minus 70 and divided by 71.5 into 100. So if you do this, so the answer is minus 2640.21 percentage. So this much of got reduced. So we'll check it once. 71.5, that is 71.5 minus 70 divided by 71.5 into 100, that is minus 100 like this. Very simple. 1.5 divided by 71.5 into 100. $2.09. 72%. That is 209.79 percentage. It is got reduced. Now this is what the negative. This is more. This is what we have loosened. This is called opportunity loss percentage. Now next thing is the very important thing. See the difference. So 71.5 minus 70, that is 1.5. That is $1.5. So $1.5 we have got what reduced, because at the time of exporting, see it was 70, but exchange was 71.5. We have loosened $1.5. So that we have converted for what into this revenue. So 80 into 100 is 8,000. So 1.5 into 8,000, that is 12,000 loss. So 12,000 rupees is loss happened for us. So same thing we have to check with this pounds also. Sorry, pounds also. See pounds at the time of what entering into the contract 60 rupees per euro per pounds, and pounds at the time of export is 63 per pounds. Now see, the important thing is when we are purchasing the commodities, actually the price should be less. But at time of export, it became 63 rupees. So 3 rupees extra happened. So now we are checking 63 minus 60, that is 3. 3 into 8,000, that is 24,000 rupees. So now the very important thing in this case, at the time of export, it became 63, but we already entered into the contract for 60 rupees. But at the time of entering into the contract, we have gained this money because the contract is already signed. So that's why, so 24,000 is opportunity gain. Now 12,000 is loss and 24,000 opportunity gain. So we have to substitute this. The substitution part is transaction exposure. See, this is what transaction exposure. So minus 12,000 opportunity loss plus 24,000. The total 12,000 rupees is profit. So this is what transaction exposure and economic exposure. But the very important thing is we have to do now, if the price elasticity of goods is 1.5, what are the transaction of economic exposure? So the very important thing is what is first price elasticity? Elasticity means the percentage of change in demand divided by percent of change in price. So it means if 1 rupee change in price, the demand will change by 1.5. Very simple. Always the price and demand is inverse relationship. If price is increased by 1%, demand will fall by 1.5%. If price is decreased by 1, okay, and the demand will be increased by 1.5. So you can say like this: if price is increased by 100 rupees, the demand will decrease to 85. If price is decreased, like if price is decreased by, okay, if price is decreased to 85, the demand will be increased to 100 rupees. It means it's always inverse relationship. So that is what we have discussed here. See, if the price is increased by 10%, we are checking in two statements because this just said price elasticity. So we have to see if the price is increased by 10%, so then the demand is decreased by 15% because 1.5 they said. So we have taken for 10%. And second case, if the price decreased by 10%, then the demand is increased. The demand is increased by 15%. Now we will check it out. Now selling price is 80 rupees in dollars. Now if price is increased by 10%, so for 80, 10% means 8 rupees. So that is 88 rupees. See, if the price is increased by 10%, so the 80 becomes 88. And the demand means the number of units. The number of units actually it was 100. You can see now in the question, 100 articles. See, if the price is increased, obviously the quantity of demand will decreases. So same thing it is reflecting here. So 88 and the demand actually it was 100. So if see here, if the price is increased by 10%, for 80 it is increased by 10%, what will happen? It will become 88. And also simultaneously demand will decreases. 100 minus 15, that is, it will become 85. So exchange rate is always 70 rupees. We should take to the contract price. Next, 88 into 85, it means selling price into quantity demanded. So $7,480, and it's for 70 rupees. So 5,23,600 rupees. And the variable cost. So variable cost is also we have to check. Now, see, the variable cost is 20 rupees. So the price is increased by 10%. So this is 20 plus 2. That is what 22. 22 into, so the price, this one, the 85 is the quantity demanded goods. 22 into 85, that is 1870. So that 1870 into 60 rupees exchange rate, that is 1,12,200 rupees. Now, sales minus variable cost. 5,23 minus this, you get contribution and other variable expenses remaining constant. So now these two are expenditure because variable cost and other expenses are the cost. It's an expenditure. So 5,23,600 minus 1,12,200 minus 35, 3,76,400 is the profit. The profit when the price increased by 10%. Now same if we do case B, if the price decreased by 10% and the demand increased by 15%. See now price decreased means the selling price actually it was 80 rupees, decreased by 10% means for 80 rupees 10% is 8. 80 minus 8 it is 72 rupees. Number of units it was 100. So for 100 now demand will be increased, no? Demand 10, demand 15% will be increases because they said 1.5. So now 15% increases means so it become 150. So now very simple, 72 into 115. You can see this formula, 72 into 115, that is 8280. So 8280 exchange rate is 579.600. Next, this is in rupees. Next, same revenue. Okay, revenue is 5,79,600. Next, variable cost. See, now variable cost is also, we see price is decreased. Variable cost, earlier it was 20. So 20, if it is decreased by 10%, 20 for 20 it is 10% means 2 rupees. So 20 minus 2, that is 18 rupees. So 18 into, and the price is increased by 15. See here, price is decreased by, okay. Now the quantity demand is 115 units. So 18 into 115, that is 2070 into 60 rupees. So that is 124200. Now sales minus variable cost. Next, other expenses are usually that it under 35,000. So minus this, the profit is 4,20,400. Now the very important thing is you should see when the price is increased, the first thing, when the price is increased by 10%, the profit is 3,76,400. And the price is decreased by 10%. Now this 4,20,400. Now you have to see basic condition at the beginning. So we have prepared this statement in the beginning. So the revenue it was 4,05,000 rupees. Now the second thing is when the price is increased by 10%, it became 3,76,400. And the price is decreased by 10%, that is 4,24,000. So very simple. Therefore, it will not consider export value for variable cost. For variable cost, it will be not considered. Dollar should be depreciated by 10%. If dollar should be depreciated by 10% means obviously the profit, we can earn the profit. In longer run, depreciation of dollar while appreciation of pounds is good for firm in the long run. So this is what the problem for the 10 marks, which is related to transaction and economic exposure. We'll see you in next class. Bye.